So that's it. That's how to lead by example. Chinedu Udogie in an amazing form for Enyimba. Just when the club actually needs all their players to step up, the captain are actually showing them the way. It's on fire at the moment. You also saw highlights of the game between Akwa United and Sunshine Stars. It ended at 2-1 right there at the Nest of Champions. Okay, Toby, let me throw this one at you. Matchday 36 of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Everyone, they're talking about that game between Abia Warriors and Enyimba, but let's just run through the fixtures. Wiki Tourists will take on Dolphins. Heartland will play Giwa FC. Shooting Stars of Ibadan will welcome Ifa and Uba. Nasarawa United will play Sharks FC of Port Harcourt. Kwara United, they lost that game against Enyimba in Matchday 35. Let's see if they can bounce back in Matchday 36. Abia Warriors will play Enyimba. They're on top of the table at the moment. Warri Wolves will take on Bayelsa United. Sunshine Stars will take on Lobi. Akwa United will travel to Enugu to take on Enugu Rangers, while El Kanemi Warriors will take on Kano Pillars. Matchday 36 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Just 2 more games to say it's a wrap. Which of the games are you looking forward to?
Yeah, the Abia Derby is the biggest this weekend because it's really decided a lot, especially into the title race. Abia host Enyimba International. First leg ended 2-2 in Aba, and in the last 3 fixtures, Enyimba, I feel to 1. Abia won 1, and the other 2 fixtures ended in storming. So it's going to be a big game. But I think Enyimba going to this game are better on current form. They've won 3 in the last 5 games, drew and lost 1, and for Abia Warriors, just won. They've won just 1 game in the last 5 games. So I think advantage Enyimba going to this game. And both teams have got all their top players available. For Abia, Chikataru who has scored 13 goals for them is available. Bolaji Shaki has returned from injury. They've got F. Young back. Austin Obarakpo, Super Eagles defender, is also available for them. And for Enyimba International, Femi Thomas hopefully will be in goal. Udoji Aloma. Going forward, Miziket Basu has been in a terrific form this season. Oyekashi, Unfaundo. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a big game. And I think this is one game Enyimba should avoid dropping maximum 3 points. A point would be vital for them in this game.
They need to win to actually show their superiority that they can go on to win the title. Let's talk about Warri Wolves. Let's see what it's like for Warri Wolves. They will be playing Bayelsa United. Warri Wolves should be kicking themselves for not showing character against Lobi. You think they'll bounce back against Bayelsa?
They might, and also relegation bound Bayelsa United. Bayelsa United want to get a victory against Warri Wolves. Meanwhile, Warri Wolves also want to solidify their position and their third position on 59 points. But I think it's going to be tough match for both teams. If Bayelsa United were not fighting for relegation, I would have just said perhaps Warri Wolves would win. I will know what happens on the HPFL when it gets to the tail end of the tournament, where you get to see home wins and all that. So it's going to be very difficult for both sides. But I think I'll still give it to Warri Wolves.
Yeah, Austin, I was thinking about being a walkover for Warri Wolves because of their home form. They've scored 20 goals in the last 7 games. They've kept clean sheet in 7 games. But Warri Wolves need to be very careful. Bayelsa, in the last 2 away games, they've got 1 point in the battle. They've got 1 point in the quarter. Yeah, you might say maybe Kwara United battling relegation, Shooting Star playing for pride. But they might be harmful, and I think Warri Wolves need to be very careful. We've got some decent player in there for them, but I think Warri Wolves are still bitter about the Thursday, lost to Nobi Stars. They would do everything to bounce back. Yeah. They just need to be careful against Bayelsa United.
So you're trying to tell me now that if I tell you to predict an away victory, you say Bayelsa over Warri Wolves? I know you would say that.
A draw in this game might just put everything into disarray.
But where should we be expecting an away victory?
It's going to be an interesting weekend. I'm looking at the Abia Derby. Enyimba might show up, show big character, but I know Abia will deny them. And then I think Giwa Atland. With their recent form, they might shock Atland at home.
You have a point, Asai?
No away victories.
No away victories.
There might be away draws, but no away victories.
Okay, don't say...
Kano Pillars, Academy Warriors. Kano Warriors look down a bit. Yes, Kano Pillars playing for pride. They might just maybe get something to share their fans up.
Aqua United Rangers. Aqua United.
Aqua United not in a very comfortable position on the log. They really want to fight that and stay afloat. But against Rangers, I don't fancy them picking the draw.
Okay, that's my first pick. Second pick, FC Ifa and Uba, Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars should come out going to
I love when we do this on TV. But that's where I'm pushing my luck. And if I know, but I might just get a victory over Shooting Stars. And Aqua United might just do it against Enugu Rangers. From Lagos, from Nigeria. Okay, that's the final of the CAF Champions League. Final first leg fixture. USM Alger taking on TP Mazembe.
Yeah, you know, big game coming up this weekend. It's going to be a big game between both sides. For USM, in their 14 game this season, they've won 9. For TP Mazembe, in their 12 games, they've won 6. I think both sides really deserve to be in this final, and I think the best team with the best tactics, with a team who will be more coordinated, will get this one. It's going to be a big game, and then let's see how this will pan out.
It will also be a show of character, Saeed.
Of course, and I want to be controversial. Let CAF give us a one-legged final. We don't want this two-legged final.
Yeah, it's boring these days.
Yeah,
it's boring.
Give us one-legged final. Come on, want to play.
A team did so well in the first leg 2-0. You still might just not lift the trophy.
I think we've said this several times. CAF just need to restructure how things.
This was a mega beautiful final.
Is the biggest football tournament as far as football club is concerned. The football tournament is concerned in Africa. Two-legged affair.
Because it's a final game. If a team loses the first leg 3-0, they can gather the country for the second leg, and they can still will even tie it to penalties.
Let it be a neutral ground for the final, perhaps like road to Abuja 2015, road to Hot Jazz 2016, things like that. It makes it very beautiful.
Okay. Go to the next of champions. Okay, from leaving the CAF Champions League, now let's go to England and talk about the English Premier League. Yeah, it's getting interesting. Last week I said it's interesting to watch Chelsea play. It will be a cracker of a game when Chelsea will take on Liverpool. That's it right there. Jurgen Klopp are still waiting for that first victory in the English Premier League. And on Jose Mourinho, there are talks that if he doesn't win that game, it's game over for him right there at Stamford Bridge. Crystal Palace will also take on Manchester United. Another tricky game for Manchester United. Man City will take on Norwich. Newcastle will play Stoke City. Swansea will take on Arsenal. Arsenal at the moment looking good, showing some signs of brilliance. Let's see if the Gunners will sustain the momentum right there. Where they take on Swansea. But Saeed, Chelsea, Liverpool. The talk is Jose Mourinho. This team, it needs to win or it's goodbye.
Of course, and in fact, he's playing Liverpool at a very wrong time. Jurgen Klopp also want to impress the fans. He's got 3 draws and 1 victory. Got a victory midweek there at the Carling Cup, qualified for the next round there. But it's still going to be very difficult for Jose Mourinho. But I think sacking Jose Mourinho is not the problem of Chelsea there. These same players were good last season. Good players don't just suddenly turn bad. I think it's just a phase, and they're going to overcome it. The same Borussia Dortmund scoring plenty this season. We're struggling last season. Look at Juventus also struggling this season. I think just give this guy time.
You tell Abramovich this with all the millions he's spending to buy players.
That is the problem.
You now start telling him that Borussia Dortmund struggled last season.
That's the problem they've always faced. But I think it's going to be very difficult for both sides. But I want to see it. I think it might just end in a draw tomorrow.